some people develop it, and some people have dreams that follow them and they haunt them, you know. I have had situations where I wake up around 02, I'm telling my wife, okay, I'm gonna be a millionaire, okay? And then she's telling me, not again, don't tell me! So I said, okay, let's rewind that, I'll talk to you in the morning. But what I'm trying to demonstrate is that entrepreneurship is, the way I see it now is, you're going to live several lifetimes if you pursue your dreams, because depending on whatever takes you, because there's no guarantee in entrepreneurship. And there's a lot of facing your fears, because there are times when you actually run out of money completely. And you're going to think, okay, I'm an idiot. Why did I do this? And at the time when I left my job in the city, I remember my wife was like, you are mad. I said, no, I have a dream, you know. I just can't do this anymore. I want to be a businessman. And so she put me to task to explain what being a businessman was meant to be. Then I promised her, you know, this is going to be a very nice life, and you know, one day things will be good. But as an entrepreneur, you always live for that dream, and that's what the push is. And sometimes it's the curiosity, you know, there's this hunger where nobody can explain what troubles you. And all the entrepreneurs, like if I look at Elon Musk is somebody who's just like not an ordinary person, and if he's going to fly to Mars, you're going to think he's a madman. You know, like you just can't level with him. But these are some things that are qualities for an entrepreneur. So there's a difference, and I don't even want to go on and talk about differences between doing business and being an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is somebody who starts an idea to close gaps. A business person is going to be somebody maybe who just sees, okay, there's a supermarket there which is struggling, I'm going to buy it. Or I'm going to buy some things, put a markup, and sell. That's a very simple business. So I've just like told you the driver. It's not something I can explain to you to say, why do I love sausages? And I loved sausages from when I was young, actually. and Peter, he's trying to record my sister to get the evidence, because my sister, when I opened this, because I went to Zambia in November 2017, I went to try and just, you know, process paperwork as usual. I'm going to start up a farm, because I grew up on a farm, and funny enough, I've always loved good food, and sausages were my thing. So when I opened the shop selling sausages, and I told my sister, I've got the best sausage in the whole world. She was like, okay. You've always loved sausages, by the way. I think maybe I'll try this. So when she started eating my sausages, because I used to have the testers like that in my shop in Zambia. So when people came into the store, I told them, I've got the sausage, that's going to be a sausage of your dreams. And they looked at me like, oh, what do you mean? And I said, okay, look, let's just try this. Let's try this. I dare you. This is the best. Have you, and they asked me this question, have you ever eaten sausages in Italy? Yes, of course. I ate them in London. Have you ever eaten sausages from South Africa? Yes, I've eaten those sausages, but just try the sausage. And they were persuaded eventually. And when people try it, and I'm happy to say right now, we are looking like we've got something, because everybody is having that encounter. And I think that I can confidently say that it's not going to be for everybody, of course. But out of every 10 people, I can confidently say 7 will believe that the sausage has actually been that product which I was talking about. So the way this business started, I'm just trying to talk about, because I've heard a lot about go to Zambia and do business and blah, blah, blah. So, him was my lecturer, he just didn't know it. I was at Yunza. 1994, he used to teach me a mathematics paper called M110, Mr. Njovu. Now I'm going to ask for people to clap. So he was, so I'm really excited. And then I saw Dr. Lukomona, he's written that book, and I urge everybody to read that book because I read that book 2 times, and I just thought I should have read this book even at the time when I came. Every Zambian is a millionaire. In fact, just misrepresents a lot of what you can get there because it's more than about the idea of being a millionaire. He's just talked about so much sense, and I think that it's a book that needs to be read, and people should be able to get some sense out of it. So, I don't want to finish the whole evening, so I've talked about everything about an entrepreneur, so don't go and ask me, John, you're saying you didn't. Yeah, okay. So the next thing I was going to tell you is, okay, to start Swenga, the way it starts, look at the guys, they're having sausages, they're looking for my, you see, this is, look, there. That's what it is, okay? So, the way Swenga was developed, I went to Zambia and I have a farm. So I was at the farm, then I was asking myself, okay, if I eat sausages, what do I really want to eat in a sausage? And I had that dream of having that proper sausage. It took me 5 years to get to the place where we are. So it's not something that I just tried and tested and then, you reckon moment. And it's also driven by passion, So a lot of these things, like I was saying, I can't explain it. Like I left my job in the city. I was earning some very good money actually thinking about it. But at the time when I left that job, I was kind of lost because I started this practice because that's the entrepreneur's journey. The entrepreneur is driven by something that he can't explain or she can't explain to the next person. Even your partner sometimes won't understand what it is, these dreams you're having. And so many times I've written things and that sort of thing. So when I went to Zambia, I knew I wanted to go into food and I just really wanted to find that sausage. Because in Zambia, there are times when people have made good sausages and blah, blah, blah. Then I said, okay, I'm gonna do the research. So there are blood, sweat and tears. Basically, this company was called Swenga Meat in Zambia and it's there on Facebook. Swenga Meat, you can find it there. But and when I started that business, I also said, okay, we have to improve local breeds because village chicken right now, there are people who want to import chickens from other countries to say these will perform better than the local chickens. Now I was like very confused. I said, okay, I'm gonna breed the chickens, local chickens, and just make sure that I can improve the breeds. And I was telling my workers to say, okay, you know what, when I do something, I want to be in the top 10. If I'm not going to be in the top 10, I'm not going to do it. And so we challenged each other. 2019, agricultural show, we got the second prize. First time appearing at the Zambia Agricultural Show, we got second prize. It's there on Swenga Meat, the certificate, So those are the things that we are hungry for, we're hungry for excellence. So when we give you a product, we are coming from a certain place and saying, look, if people have done this, what can we do better? This is the whole quest. What can I do better? And so when I was in Zambia, we had the business running very well. Then the pandemic hit. We used to have customers in the offices. So all the bankers, lecturers, these professional people, all the people in the offices, we used to go around giving them the sausages, and they used to buy. I mean, like, we would go there, payday was our payday as well, when they got paid, they paid us, so we gave them on credit. So when the pandemic hit, there was like, everything just went down. Nobody would allow you to enter any office, and understandably so, because that was a very unusual thing. And that's what slowed down the business, and from that time, I had done the proof of concept in Zambia to say, okay, my product works, because I was in between the UK and Zambia, and even there were times when I would go to the Lusaka International Airport and people would just welcome me as part of the family. Hey, welcome, Mr. Mike. That was like, so they started calling me Mr. Swenga in the end. So I said, okay, I'll grab it. Swenga, what it means is, it's got a very deeper meaning. Swenga means nice, extraordinary. So it's those products. In some cultures, it means done natively. So like it's a localized product. So that's why Swenga is such a powerful name that we ended up calling the product. And the product is special because we will try and maintain, because even on Trustpilot, when you go on our website, swengafood.com, you will find all the reviews are 5 stars and just 9% 9 stars. So 91% 5 stars, 9% 4 stars. So, okay, so I'll finish that. I'm not going to finish the evening, I promise you. So the next thing we did was, when I came over here, because there are some people who are coming to my shop to come and buy, because at one point I had 4 shops in Zambia. And so people would come from here, they're on holiday. Here, there are lots of people who make sausages. But you know what, sausages are never equal. Everybody can make their own version of the sausage, but we want to make a sausage which is like hard and fit when you eat the sausage. You know, like today, I'm sure when you burp, you're going to remember something about the sausage you ate today. And the proof was there. If anybody's doubting, we're going to fry some more. So going forward, we've set up this business as an e-commerce business. We're at swengafood.com. So what happens is we're just mimicking Amazon. When you click on Amazon, you're going to track your parcel all the way to your door. Now, because I am a business advisor, I've got this accounting practice, and I've been coaching people how to do business. I've been like a gym instructor who is going to tell you to do 20 press-ups while he's just counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you get to do all the work. But now I'm just at the end of the, like I'm a swimming pool instructor, so I'm talking about swimming, and I'm swimming along with the P. So I have told everybody, I've started this business in your eyes. You know that? I told you, John. Didn't I tell you?
Yes, you did.
Of course, so John is watching. So is another Dr. John Lukomara. So I have told the people to say, look, I've started this business right here. So the aim of this business is that it's not about me. This business is here to set an example, if anything, to all of us, because sometimes people feel when they go to a different country, like this one, it's not the country where we were born, but I believe we are citizens we're global citizens. Nobody's going to tell you, is going to know where you're from before they buy a product. If you've got a good product, people will buy. But sometimes people find that excuse to say, I'm not in Zambia. Therefore, when I go to Zambia, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But that's just an excuse. You can start and do anything wherever you are. And I've seen a lot of talent here wasted because people think they have limited options. People just talk about, when I go there, it's like there's somebody who's following them to say, you can't do this. Oh, no, you've been coming from this country. You have to turn left. But this is not the way it is. I can just assure you, I've run some businesses here for years and years and years. And I've just seen the destinies in your hands if you're really, really willing to just risk. Risk is like, there's no guarantee, but there's some experiences people have had already. So you're starting from a very good place. It's like you go in the jungle, you're not really going to be the first one to go there. You ask the guide, which path? And the people will tell you. So the chances of being eaten for a meal by a lion are just that smaller. Yeah, because you have been told where to go. So what I'm trying to say is, please support this business, because this business is going to do some things, and we're exhibiting at the Speciality and Fine Food Festival at the Olympia in September. And this is where you'll find buyers from Waitrose, Harrods, Selfridges, but we're aiming high. We don't know what the outcome will be, but we're going in the ring and saying, look, we're going to compete with whoever, and maybe, just maybe, we will step into that place, and then we can come back here and celebrate. Thank you. So the next one where we are aiming, because we're aiming high, we're going to the Excel food exhibition, international food exhibitions. In the Excel next year, that's the place where you'll find all the buyers again coming through to look for those people with special products. But this product can be nothing without you. So at the moment, I'm just really excited. At least I've seen some nods of approval from about 90% of the people. And I'm really excited and really proud to actually know the work is for something, it's not for nothing. And I think that I will continue to make sure we make something so authentic. And I can hear people, like some people are saying, I taste Zambia in here. Now I'm thinking, oh, there is Zambia in the food. That was so exciting, but that's it. I don't have much more to say. I can say so much more, but please, we are here only for a time, and we are all driven by things to maybe say, okay, what's my legacy? The legacy is more about what the impact is going to be, more than the bank account. So some people like myself are never driven by money, because money is a byproduct of that thing you're following. Now, I can even guarantee you the amount of money I spent in Zambia to develop those products, it's lots. But I'm just saying, you have to have the appetite and the ability to follow your dreams. Thank you so much.